Welcome into the PHNX Bets Daily Podcast presented to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave us a 5-star wherever you get your podcast. I'm Johnny Venerable. He's Shawn DePaz. We're here on a Tuesday, ready to play Guess the Line, Shane Diefenbach. I don't know where he is. I guess he gets infinite days off from this show, but we're here.
Apparently.
I'm in my robber gear. I'm here to help earn you money. Not by breaking into homes, but by dabbling on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. And Shawn, before we get to our game, had a banger of a Monday Night Football game last night.
That we did. I enjoyed watching it more than I enjoyed watching the games on Sunday. That is for damn sure.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that the over went over. Or the over hit. I'm not surprised that Washington won the game, to be honest. I mean, you look at who the Eagles have played this year, it hasn't been that much. They're missing their biggest run stopper, and the Commanders are a team that are good at running the football. So
we thought Taylor Heinicke would keep it competitive. That he did en route to a victory. They have covered every spread since Taylor Heinicke has been in the lineup. It's a huge indictment of Carson Wentz, who is expected back, but I can't imagine they'd move off of Heinicke. And give Washington's defense credit. Ron Rivera, always an underrated head coach, especially defensively. Let's go to our picks now. I'll kick things off. I went 2 for 2 with mine. I did think the Commanders would cover. They won outright. So for those of you who had Commanders money line, good on you. And then the over hit pretty comfortably. Would have been funny if the over hit on that last kind of pitch back defensive touchdown to end the game. But Shawn boy, 1 for 2. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you know that last touchdown meant something to somebody. Someone somewhere took a flyer on anytime defensive score or something like that. I don't hate it.
One day I hope
how
to
you're going
be
to get your money.
That's right. I hope to be the benefactor of something like that. We'll get to our props here quickly. I did okay. You know, the Hurts anytime touchdown hit. Miles Sanders, Snanders did not hit, or excuse me, did hit. He didn't do much on the field. Devontae Smith did have a anytime touchdown, which was plus 200. I didn't get the first TD. And listen, I'm not going to sit here, Shawn, and bitch and complain about not hitting on first TDs. You know, Shane likes to make me feel bad about it, but I go for broke. I'm trying to get the people almost plus 1,000. You could have boosted it. I knew he was going to find the end zone because he torched Washington the first time they played. But, 2 for 3 prop wise. What does that make me? 4 for 5 on the evening. Not too bad.
Yeah. And then for me, I had a pretty good day. This went exactly the way I thought it was going to go from a Commander's perspective. B-Rob over 33.5 rushing yards. He ended with, I believe, 86. Blew that out of the water. That was an incredibly low line. I felt so confident when I took it. And then also B-Rob anytime touchdown scorer. He did that thanks to him being an absolute dog. He had to fight for those yards, and he did. So I was happy about that. And then Hurts over 243 passing yards. I honestly don't know. I don't think that hit. But I'll take a 2 for 3.
We knew that Philadelphia would be on a little bit of a lull because, again, Washington is playing some really good football. They beat Green Bay. They have talent on the team. And I think that's the hard part to wrap your brain around is this team's owned by Dan Snyder, who's a borderline criminal. But they have a bunch of good players, but they just have not been able to put it all together. And I don't know, man. They play Houston this week. They're en route to, I think, 6-5 and right in the mix. We're going to preview all the games here on Guess the Lines. But before we do that, NBA Boost on the old DraftKings Sportsbook app is where it is at. Now, the Suns are struggling right now, but new customers can make any $5 NBA moneyline bet, get $200 back if your team wins. I texted our GM this morning and just kind of casually said, "What's going on with the Suns? Are they okay?" And he said, laughing my ass off, "They are okay. Just going through a couple bumps in the road." And then he threw some shade at my Arizona Cardinals, basically they're not a hot mess disaster like the old Redbirds here. But we'll see what happens. You can download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use that promo code PHNX. Bet on the Suns. It's got the Brooklyn Nets in action tonight. A lot of interesting plays early in the season. And you can dabble on all of them using that promo code PHNX on DraftKings Sportsbook app. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Producer extraordinaire Jacob, are we ready to play?
I don't know. That just depends. Are you guys ready to play?
Oh yeah.
This is my guess the line debut. Never done this before, so
what you're saying is you're going to lose horrifically?
well, that or I have a little bit of beginner's luck. Let's see.
This is where the pros play.
Yeah.
And you might think differently because Shane's on the show as well. But I think I am up maybe 1 or 2 on the year with Shano. We haven't done it the last week, so we had to run it back this week. Pugs and hugs, giving you some love in the
I
chat.
appreciate that.
Shawn, I wish you good luck, my friend.
Thank you. I wish you luck as
All
well.
right. All right. Let's start with the Thursday night game. You have Titans at Packers. Shawn, since this is your first time on the show, I will give you right to lead off.
See, I feel like I feel like the Titans should be favored. I feel like they're the better team here, but a game in Lambeau in November, and Aaron Rodgers is still the quarterback. I mean, I'm just gonna go Packers -3. I just feel like they're probably favorites at home for some reason, even though I feel like they shouldn't be.
Derrick Henry, I think, is going to have something to say about this game.
Yeah,
But
I
Malik
agree.
Willis plain scares me.
Yeah, that's true.
And they rotated last week with Tannehill. I'm with you. Packers are going to be favored. Packers -4 because I think people are going to be buying Christian Watson as a breakout player. Maybe they fix their offense.
Yeah.
So I'll go Packers -4.
Ding, ding, ding. Shawn, Packers
Oh.
-3 is on the money.
Let's go.
First, he is 1 for 1.
All
All
right.
right, let's start the Sunday games. You have Browns at Bills. Johnny, you're up.
Browns at Bills. Bills are going to be pissed after last weekend. Browns, I think, have been exposed. They were looking ahead to next year. Deshaun can practice this week, can't play. I think Bills are going to be favored significantly. Let's go Bills -7 in this one at home.
Yeah, I was thinking right around there. I feel like it's got to be like a 7.5 or 8. Try and get some people in on the Browns. I'll go Bills -8. I feel like honestly, I feel like it should be a double digits, but I know that's not how this works.
Had they won last week the way they were
it probably
supposed to,
would be. Yeah, I feel like the Bills win this game by 3 possessions, like a 17-point win or something like that. But I'm going to go Bills -8.
Bills -8.5. Shawn.
Oh.
Wow.
No, it is you within one. You get a point. Yeah, you get a point. So it is 2-0 Shawn now. That is Johnny. Are you scared?
No.
You should
This
be.
is my show.
You should
This is
be.
my game.
I told you though, the beginner's
game.
luck.
Okay. Shawn's up first. Let's go Panthers at Ravens.
Oh, geez. This is another one where I feel like the Ravens should be favored by at least 2 possessions. This might be a little aggressive. I'm gonna go. You said at Ravens, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Ravens -10.5.
Yeah, it's probably about right. Ravens off a bye too. I will go Ravens. Steve Wilkes, they're playing hard. I'll go Ravens -12.
I was thinking around like a 13.5 again, but I didn't want to be over aggressive.
Johnny's on the money. Ravens -12. Ravens -12. Yeah, the Panthers, they're not good.
They're not good. No.
They're just not good. Bears at Falcons. This is an interesting one.
I think Chicago with Fields is going to be favored. Atlanta's come back down to earth. Bears should have won that game. They blew it late. I like Chicago on the road as a slight. Let's go Chicago -1.5 against Atlanta at Atlanta.
I was gonna say Chicago -1. I feel like neutral site game Chicago is probably a 3-4 point favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking, regardless of what this is, I'm taking Chicago money line at the very least, if not Chicago spread. But I feel like I was gonna go Chicago -1.
It is a surprising Falcons -3.
Oh.
What?
I think people feel like maybe Atlanta can hold their own offensively against a bad Bears defense. And
interesting. I just don't see that team containing Justin Fields at all.
No, they won't. That'll be a fun game to bet the over on.
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
Another interesting line here. We have Lions at Giants.
I'm first, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean, the Giants. See, the thing that I struggle with the Lions is just they're capable of scoring so many points. So I feel like the line can't be that drastic, even though the Giants, I do think, and the Giants are the kind of team that play close to their opponents. I'm gonna go I'll go Giants minus 5.5.
It's about right. I'm not gonna go that robust because I think Lions off a big emotional win. I think Giants aren't blowing anybody out though.
Yeah.
Giants minus. I'll go 4.5.
Oof. Giants minus 3. Johnny needed to get
almost
just
said
a little.
4.
Needed to just get a little bit lower there. A
I
little bit
like that
lower.
though. Giants minus 3. I feel like they should cover that.
You would hope.
But the Lions just score so many points.
They do. Let's go Jets at Patriots.
At Patriots?
Johnny.
A lot of people think the Jets are going to win this game. Both teams off a bye. Jets in the playoffs if the season started today. The Bills are not. Pats.
The Bills are not?
No, if the season started, the season ended today.
They're third in the division right now.
Yeah. Patriots minus 3.
This is another one where I feel like the Jets should be favored, but it's in New England.
Can't favor a team led by Zach Wilson.
I know, but they did beat the Bills, and I'm gonna go New England minus 1 just because it's in New England.
Patriots minus 3.
Oh,
Johnny on the money. We have a tie ball game at 2, folks.
Let's
tie ball game at 2.
Eagles started so strong.
Eagles at Colts.
Jeez.
Ooh.
Again, should be a blowout.
Saturday?
Jeff Saturday. I don't know how much the odds makers are giving them love for what they did against what's just clearly just a bad Raiders team at this point.
Jeff Sunday to you.
Yeah, fair. Jeff Saturday through Sundays. Jeff weekend. I'm still gonna go Eagles. Is it in Philly or in
It's in Indianapolis. It is.
I'm gonna go Philly minus 7.5.
Yeah, I think it'll be a little bit more. Raiders were leading a lot of that game last weekend, and I think Philly's gonna be pissed. And you talk about a big emotional letdown. That's what the Colts are gonna experience. I'll go Eagles minus 8.
Shawn takes the lead. Eagles minus 6.5.
Wow.
Nice.
I thought it was being conservative. I thought it could have been worse.
I definitely wouldn't have thought it was lower.
Yeah.
On to the best game of the week. Commanders at Texans.
Ooh. Commanders are going to be favored. Texans are the worst team in football. I'll go Commanders. Minus 4.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'll go. I was thinking minus 4. I was leaning towards 3, so I'll go 3.5.
Shawn on the money. 3.5.
Thank you, Johnny.
a 2-point lead right now. This is. There's still quite a bit of time here for Johnny to get back into this one. Rams at Saints.
Rams season is over. Cup is out. Stafford, I think, is not going to play again. Saints they're whatever, but they're at home. I'll go Saints minus 3.5.
Yeah, the Rams are so difficult. Andy Dalton's still the quarterback, even though he shouldn't be. I don't understand why they're still playing him. I'll go Saints. I'll go Saints minus 1. I really don't know at this one. I feel like the Rams are the better team, but I don't feel confident in saying that.
Johnny sneaking back into it. Saints minus 4 right now. Currently where that line sits. All right, we got to the afternoon games. Let's go Raiders at Broncos.
Raiders at Broncos.
That's just a bad football game.
I feel the Broncos are the better team here, which is saying something. In Denver, I'll go. Broncos just don't score points is the problem. I'll go Broncos -3.
Broncos are one of the worst teams offensively the last 20 years.
Yeah.
They're averaging 14 points per game. Raiders at least can score. I do think the Broncos are favored, but I'll go Broncos like -1.5.
-2.5. Shawn with the point.
What did Shawn have? 3?
3.
Damn it. I was within a point.
You were. All right. Cowboys at Vikings. Really interesting game.
Oh boy.
Vikings. I would think Vikings are going to be favored in Dallas.
It's in Minnesota.
In Minnesota. Okay.
Oh,
Vikings minus. I'll go 5.5.
oh, damn, he did it. You did it again. I'll go. I was thinking 5.5. I'll go down to 4.5. I think it's close. I just in Minnesota. I'll go 4.5.
My line's probably too high.
But I was going to say 5.5. So
the books love the boys. Cowboys -1
in Minnesota.
In Minnesota.
Wow, that's gross.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised by it. I mean, listen, I do think the Vikings are frauds. I've been consistent about that before they beat the Bills.
Cardinals should have beaten them. They had a fourth quarter lead. They fumbled a punt. Yeah.
The Bills are playing like this Cowboys defense. If they look good, I could understand why they would be favorites. But I was surprised.
Dak with another week off of injury too. Started to look a little bit better last week after those 2 horrible interceptions. All right, let's go Bengals at Steelers.
Shawn, you're up, my man.
This is gross. The Bengals got to be favorites, right? I'll go at Steelers. I'll go Bengals -3.
I think Steelers are one of the worst teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
I know did they just win? Did they beat the Saints? Anybody care to watch that game? None of us even know the result of that game because it means nothing. I'll go Bengals 3.5.
Bengals -5.
Ooh. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that makes sense to me. I'm surprised by it. But
there's a possible return of Jamar Chase in this game, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, Bengals coming off a bye as well. So.
All right, Sunday night, Johnny, you're still down 2. You've got 2 more chances to try and tie this up.
I got to win out.
Chiefs at Chargers, Sunday Night Football.
Chiefs minus -5 on the road. No Keenan Allen, no Mike Williams. Chiefs -5.
Yeah, I was gonna be a little more generous to the Chiefs. I was gonna go like Chiefs -6.5.
It might be that. It might be that.
I mean, I might be a little aggressive with them being on the road, but I think that's what it should be.
Is that your final answer?
6.5. Yeah.
On the money to seal it.
Oh, nice.
Let's go.
6.5. Do you guys want to do the last line since it involves our beloved Arizona Cardinals?
How much am I up by?
You're up by 3
with 1 game left.
Johnny, if you get this on the money, I'll give you a
No. I don't want any handouts or favors. I got beat fair and square. Cardinals are going to be underdogs in this game. I have not seen the line purposely for this show, but I would imagine Vegas loves the 49ers. I would say Niners minus. In Mexico City, there will be 80%, unfortunately, Niner fans. Niners -6. Niners -6. Feels about right.
I like that. I feel like they probably should be a touchdown favorite on a neutral site.
Yeah.
I'll go Niners -7.
8. Niners -8.
That's gross. Get out of here, Vegas.
Now, just for funsies, what is the Bears over/under? Bears Falcons. You guys talked about it a little bit, and I was going to use it as a tiebreaker, so I figured I'd just bring this up.
52.
I was going to say 55.
50. That's where it's at. I think it's the highest over/under all week.
Seems low.
Or no, 50.5. Chiefs Chargers is a little higher.
That makes sense. I like the over on the Falcons game there, to be honest.
Shawn, congratulations to you, my man. Come on my show and beat me at my game. Congratulations. Kudos to you. At least I felt good. Like, you got a lot on the money. I would have gotten a point had you not been on the money.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
There are weeks where Shane and I are just not close at all, and it's like 3-2. So happy to that not be the case.
Hey,
I do have one
Shane
bet.
Win.
Yes. Any day Shane doesn't win, we all win. I do have one bet tonight. John Morant, a specialty on the DraftKings Sportsbook app to beat. and to win outright with the Grizzlies plus 625, 25 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists tonight. Memphis is playing good basketball. Ja's one of my favorite players to watch in the league. And then, I go on DraftKings. I look for something tasty for the show for tonight. And boom, it's like, hey, the Pelicans are hosting the Grizzlies, and you can bet on this. And it's just like, yeah, I'm going to bet on good players to do well. Road W gets me almost plus 650. That's my, if I did a DraftKings pick of the day, that would be it. But I don't do that.
I picked up a little something for the Clippers Mavs game. I am a reformed Clippers fan. I don't know if you knew that about me.
That's sad.
Yeah, they were founded in Buffalo. It is what it is. Clippers plus 6.5, Dinwiddie over 18.5 points, and Zubac 20 plus points and rebounds. I think that gets you around plus 550. Clippers play hard. They're coming off the second game of the back-to-back, but they didn't. Most of their starters did not play over like 26 minutes, I think, something like that. Mavs have failed to cover in their like last 6 games, something crazy like that. Dinwiddie, he has scored 20 plus points in 4 straight games against Western Conference opponents, and Zubac is averaging just over 20 points and plus 10 over. He's averaging just over 10 points and just over 10 rebounds a game. So that's minus money, but it gives you a little better odds on the parlay. So I feel pretty good about it. I think the Mavs do win, but I don't think they pull away from the Clippers.
I'm with you. You can catch us every day, PHNX Bets Daily live at noon. I would assume Shane's back tomorrow. We'll have to just tune in and find out. In the meantime, like, subscribe, leave us a 5-star wherever you get your podcasts. For Shawn DePaz, I'm Johnny Venerable. Happy betting, everybody. See you tomorrow.